We love you. Just bring you a little update on the Jake Patterson case in Barron County, Wisconsin. Well, as you know, he has made his plea. I made a video before the day of the sentencing saying he is going to plead guilty, for which he did, because the channel news here in Wisconsin, our local news, was reporting that was the case. And that it was a rumor, but it was more true. But I called it and said that's what he was going to do. So I was right. That was a true statements coming from our local channel news and the sister channel in Minnesota. And we really don't get to hear these things. That was going to be the plea, before the plea, but because it all happened the day before that sentencing day, that was going to be his plea. The lawyers didn't find out until the day before. So, news people, sometimes are spot on. In this case, they were. Now, after pleading guilty on 2 counts of first-degree murder and 1 count of kidnapping, which carries a 40-year sentence, that alone, in Wisconsin. But 2 counts of murder carries a life sentence. So we know that Patterson is never getting out of prison. The only way he's getting out is in a coffin. So, and on the day of the sentencing, he did yell out, "Bye, Jamie." And, but that was, the news reports cut that out in the videotape. They cut that out and aired it again without those words in it. And, because both sides of the family were pretty upset and disappointed he was ever allowed to say that. But, he got his words in. And for whatever reason, and he is sorry for what he has done. And he can't believe that, he'd done such a thing. Oh, yeah, well, they all say that, don't they? They're all sorry after. And what do you think about his little tears in court that day? I mean, first off, he was okay pleading guilty. And then when, the first count, then come the second count, and then came the kidnapping charges, he could hardly get his words out. And, I was listening to this and thought, he's finally realizing what he's done and the consequences for his actions and where he's going to go for the rest of his life. The judge did ask him, "How old are you?" 21. Yeah, you're 21 and gonna spend the best days of your life in prison for a disgusting crime, disgusting act. Yeah, he wasn't finding it funny when he did it and when he planned it before she escaped. But now he's in tears, guys. He's in tears and he's booing like a baby. And it's all coming to realize his actions, that he will be going to prison for the rest of his life. Oh yeah, there's no way out of this. The judge can only sentence him to life in prison. Now, Jake Patterson has been moved. He has been transferred to Dunn County. Dunn is D-U-N-N. Following the hearing. This decision must have been made before the court hearing, because he was moved so fast. We don't know why he was moved so fast. The sheriff, Fitzgerald, said that there was no issues or threats prompted to Jake Patterson's move. But yeah, there was, because this decision was made before the hearing. We knew he was pleading guilty, but there was a chance he was going to change his mind on the day, but he didn't change his mind. He pled guilty, which was a good thing. He manned up and pled guilty, even though he couldn't hardly get his words out. But he finally got the words out. But he was moved right away. So we know that if he did plead guilty, they were moving him right away. They already had made that decision already. So he's in Dunn County, and he will be there until his next court appearance for his sentencing day, which is on May the 24th. That is his next hearing. And guys, he could also change his mind still. He could change his mind at the last minute. So we hopefully that he will not change his mind, and we won't hold our breath. But he can change his mind, because you could see him in court with the tears and couldn't hardly get his words out when he had to plead guilty to all these counts. But the one for burglary was noted in court but was dismissed. And that was a kind of what they call it, like a plea deal, but I don't think that was, it's just a waste of time doing the burglary. What more can he get? He's already facing 40 years for kidnapping and 2 life sentences. But it was still noted in court that these charges were dismissed. But if he was to change his mind on the 24th of May and plead not guilty, these charges will be back on the table. All counts will be back on the table. So guys, that is the update on the Jake Patterson case. So what are your thoughts on this sentencing? Let's hope and pray that he doesn't change his mind. He's got nearly 2 months to think about what decision he has made in court on Wednesday. So let's hope he doesn't change his mind. Either way, if he does change his mind, he's just going to drag it out, and he's still going to get life in prison. So either way, he's going away for life. So he's a done man. Punt. But anyway, guys, what's your thoughts? And let's have a discussion on this. And hopefully this case doesn't linger like the other cases that are in the news at this time. Because really, there is nothing more to say about this man. It's over. Let this girl live her life, and hopefully she can get over this and live a productive life. And she has a lot of support, and she's not at school right now. She's being homeschooled at this time, but hopefully she'll be okay to go back to school maybe after the summer. We'll see. This girl is probably scared to even wait at the bus stop now. She is in fear for her life. The fears are there. They are real. But this fear is also real for a lot of school kids too. You know, parents are still having this fear that this could happen again. But they have put new safety rules in place. But you know, you never know who's lurking and watching and stalking around school buses and watching where people live. This is a big fear for anybody in the United States, that this could happen again. I don't know how likely it is to happen again, but it could. So she'll probably get, you know, a lot of help when she goes back to school, and she'll probably have to have somebody accompanying her back and forth, you know. But that doesn't stop people watching you, stalking you. You got to be more aware of your surroundings. Sorry to say, but that's just a fact now, isn't it? Get off your phones and pay more attention what is going on around you. If you stop and take a look, you can see what's going on. But if you're just messing around and on your phones, you're not going to pay attention to nothing. So this is a learning curve. Pay attention to cars. You know, why are they always there and not picking up kids? You know, why are they always there and just watching? We got to have more neighborhood watch, you know. But how long can you keep that up? Forever. You got to keep at it. You got to keep at it, because this could happen again. And it's just by him doing that, he's given other idiots, insane people, ideas. You know, like anything that goes on in the news, they get ideas, and they say he's not unstable. You know, he's not on medication, and obviously wasn't on medication in the first place. They didn't say he was on some kind of crazy drug. So this man is supposed to be sane. But you know what? To do something like this, you've got to be insane. So guys, thank you for stopping by.